Yeah.
Off you go, sir.
Welcome back to another episode of interviews with ITB players. We are joined by Kenny, otherwise known as Kendrew. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm great, thank you.
And how's boot camp treating you so far?
Good. I mean, it's been. We haven't actually practiced yet. Just celebrated getting to the major, doing some content, but yeah, decent.
And how is it? You said about celebrating making the major, which is obviously a fantastic achievement, and with a relatively new side that, well, I mean, TT9 to ITB last season. I mean, it was close last year, let's not forget, getting to the LCQ final. That was up against G2, wasn't it? And I guess this year you had the opportunity to get the revenge by slamming them out. But how does it feel to have this new roster, new teammates, and have the instant success? Is it what you expected when you first met them, or is it going surpassing those expectations?
I wouldn't say I had any expectations, to be honest. I mean, I was very confident just through practice alone. Like, I think I remember Ryan, and he might have said it in one of the play day interviews, that it's probably the most confident I was in my career going into a stage.
Yeah.
Just because of scrims, like how they were going. It was like people would DM me being like, I've heard that you guys are really good.
Really?
Like, yeah, so like I was confident, but obviously like that was only scrims, and sometimes you have teams, like I've been in teams in the past where like they were complete geniuses in scrims, but absolutely terrible in game days. But I mean, it's a nice feeling to know that I wouldn't say it was like any expectations or anything, or like whatever. It was just, we put in so much work, like a long days. I'm talking like 13, 14 hours of just get on for scrims, wake up, and then be on TeamSpeak prepping stuff until like 3, 4 a.m. and then rinse and repeating. So I feel like it's more of a product of our hard work more than like anything else.
So you put the work in and now you're reaping the rewards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I've definitely heard a lot of, but we're scrimming so great, I don't know why our officials are going well. So it's nice to hear a team actually put good scrim work.
It's a complete classic, that excuse,
Yeah, I think I've heard that from Koi/Fnatic a few times. But yeah, it's obviously, you've got a lot of new teammates and a lot of players who have vastly less experience than you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people making their debut in T1.
Yeah.
And I think I've heard it said a few times on the EUL broadcast about how you're almost the father figure to these younger players. How does it feel to have 3 new sons? I
mean, I don't know. Like, it's not. I wouldn't even consider it a dynamic like that, to be honest.
Yeah,
like, as funny as it is, it's kind of like I just focus on what I need to do as like a teammate or a leader or like calling or whatever, and then they just
the rest follow.
Listen to me. Like, obviously I listen to Azza as well, because Azza's like a very big voice as well. I mean, the one thing I told them before the stage is like to not play with any nerves, just play your own game, just trust the game plan, trust the prep, and then everything will fall into place. Well,
yeah, I said that to you when we went downstairs. Creed's, after we had one of these with him, he said he was more nervous for this than the semi-final up against Secret.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a product of the team culture that we have, to be honest. Like, it was just like we had so much trust in one another that you couldn't help not be nervous, you know what I mean? Like, maybe there was some nerves, but it never really showed, to be honest.
I mean, it sounds pretty... I mean, it's really been perfect, hasn't it? Like,
it's so. I mean, I think we definitely could have been a lot better in some situations, but if that might be a bit critical.
But then also, you can say that's also a good element, because sometimes you see teams get over complacent.
Yeah.
Which is nice to hear that you're not getting over complacent.
Yeah, no.
Fills me with confidence for the Manchester major.
Definitely a lot we can improve on still.
And I mean, obviously you now made it to Manchester. I feel like that would have been the goal, to make the major.
I mean, the goal that Ryan Kenny set out to us throughout the entire year was to make one of the 2 majors.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire year. Like, he was like, I want to be at one of the majors, and we ticked that off pretty much instantly. So
I guess now you've achieved that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be probably trying to qualify for SI.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, if we have a good showing at Manchester, then we'll put ourselves in a really good position to actually get to invite, because I mean, a lot of the last invite like qualified just through the first major anyway. So if you can rack up as many SI points early and then have a decent stage, like even if you don't make the second major, as long as you get like somewhere close, or like have a decent stage, you can pretty much qualify just by getting to one of the two majors because there's only two.
Yeah, well,
right?
I guess
So,
lost did that, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like there's not many opportunities. Like before there was 3. So like if you qualified for 2, you're pretty much guaranteed. But now there's only 2, so every single major is like really important, especially the first one.
I mean, I guess with it going straight into phase 2, you're technically only 3 best of ones away from making a main stage in front of a home crowd.
Yes, sounds good.
And how badly do you obviously you want to make that stage? But I mean, how much do you feel like? Because I went to SI and the Brazilian teams just fed off the energy in the crowd. And I've got to be honest, when you boys make the main stage, every single person pretty much in there is going to be cheering your name, singing songs about you, and going mental when you win rounds.
Yeah, be sick. I mean, I had that at Japan.
Yeah.
Like, even though like, obviously there was no Japanese team at Japan, and we just interacted with the fans really well back on Navi, and like we were feeding off it then. So I can't even imagine what it would be like within a full UK crowd like cheering us on.
Everyone just pissed up, screaming your name.
Exactly. Yeah. Just screaming football chants, like just absolute chaos in the crowd. Yeah.
And I mean, now you're back into an international event. You obviously get the opportunity to go up against some teams that you might not normally face. Is there any teams in particular that tickle your fancy that you'd love to face? Slash, following up from that, is there any team that you'd really, well, we'll start with who you'd like to play against from like the international scene, or is it just everyone, we just got to beat them all?
I mean, it's mainly that. Like, I mean, I don't really necessarily care who we play. To be honest, it'll be just focusing on us. I mean, playing some of the big dogs like Fury would be fun to play against. It'd be a really hard game, but it would be fun to play against them. I want to play against an APAC team. I've never played against an APAC team ever. I've been to 2 SIs and I've not played against a single APAC team.
I mean, here's hoping they get through phase 1.
Yeah.
I don't get the opportunity.
Yeah, otherwise I won't get the opportunity. I'd like to play an APAC team just because it's just not anything like a UCG or NACG or Brazilian CE. It's just complete madness on the server. So I'd like to experience that at least once.
Well, you might get Bleed or Fury. They're playing right now, so we don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
But I guess following up from that, is there any team in particular that let's say you make the grand final in Manchester, and you could pick one team that you absolutely slaughter on that main stage?
Slaughter? I thought you were going to ask me who I don't want to play.
No, who would you love?
Question.
Who would you love to absolutely smash?
I mean, I feel like I just want to play Secret. Like, imagine the story.
Imagine me
versus Twister on the main stage, grand final. I had to put that dog down. I would put him down.
I mean, well, there we go. I guess that's the rivalry game, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be so fun. Like, it would actually be like come full circle.
Yeah, and then you've got the added element of Adrian and Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even think about that. Those two.
And then also the fact that you knocked them down to that third place match as well.
Yeah.
So
that would actually be crazy thinking about it. Actually, me versus Twister, a little bit of saucy.
Yeah, you manifest it. Manifest it.
And then Adrian versus Charlie. That'd actually be crazy, actually.
You're really excited about it.
Yeah, I actually am. Can't get to the final first.
Yeah, and they do as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess with the Manchester Major being made in the home city, I guess it's like, is this, when this ranks up, because obviously a lot of these other players inside haven't really had the experience, how does this rank up with your past experiences of playing, do you reckon?
I think this is probably, I don't know, it's weird because when I actually qualified for the major, like when we beat Secret, I was so emotionless, I was so flat. But like I was like also like really, I don't know how to feel it. I felt like I couldn't convey any emotion. I felt like all the hard work and all the grinding and all the shit that I've been through, it was kind of like a relief more than anything, if you know what I mean. Now that I've had time to like process actually what's happened and stuff, like obviously not getting too far ahead, it's kind of like I've proved to myself more than anything. I actually wasn't the problem on some of these teams before. Like, although I have definitely developed as a player and as a leader and stuff through my experience, but like half of these teams that I was scapegoated or told that I was a problem on, I might have been part of the problem. don't get me wrong. I've come here. Last stage was the first time that I'd actually had kind of not control sounds mad, but like it was kind of like the people that I pushed to pick up. It was the people that I wanted to be around. It was the people that I thought had the right work ethic, the right team culture. And then obviously everything that happened in between stage 1 and 2 wasn't really expected, but again, it was people that we thought would fit the culture, fit my way of seeing the game, fit Ryan's way of seeing the game, and pushed on and made the major and with ITB's second season. And it kind of proves to me that, again, like, maybe I wasn't, like, maybe I do deserve to be here a little bit, you know, like, it's not...
Can I say, you definitely fucking do,
fella. I mean, I definitely do. I know I deserve to be here because I work for it, but, like, it's at the same time, it's like, a lot of the people that doubted me in my leading or whatever, like, it's kind of just like a big...
Fuck you.
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck you.
Exactly.
And also, I just want to highlight, you probably gave me I probably woke up my whole household multiple times with 2 cheeky little 3Ks from you. What was the one on border where you tucked away? And then also going in through trophy, was it on Havana?
Oh yeah, versus BDS.
Yeah. That was unreal.
Yeah, I had a little life game versus BDS. However, it seems to be whenever I have a life game, I had a life game against Secret in the regular season. We always lose when I play well.
Mate, you won on border against BDS.
Yeah, but then we lost the series.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, true. Well, we're hoping that'll change.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
And I mean, I think that's one thing which I think's looked fantastic as well, because I think in the groups you saw Azza and Creeds doing some really good work, and then come the playoffs it was...
Noah, Azza.
Yeah, Noah, Azza and you.
Yeah.
Which I think is... Well,
and Oscar.
Sorry.
Oscar agreed.
Sorry, Oscar.
Completely forgot Oscar.
But yeah, I think that's the trademarks of a team that's working well, is that when push comes to shove, anyone can step up and do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've seen a little bit in the playoffs, which is promising to see.
I mean, for me, like, I don't really care about how I play. It's kind of just like focusing on just leading the team and making sure that I'm calling, because like me and Azza are kind of the people that make the team tick, like if we're stalling out or whatever, like micro things in the game.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the games where I like had a bad performance, like I was mainly just focusing fully on calling. So like as long as I do that, like it doesn't really matter. And like I'd rather like have like these like people that haven't had a chance to prove themselves, because I don't care. To be honest, like, I'd rather Charlie or Noah or someone, because Noah's had a lot of doubters and haters in the past. Like if he goes on into major and performs really well, like I'd be super happy for him. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good teammate you, aren't you? And then my final 2 questions, quick fire ones. First one is going to be, I've had lots of people ask me about Oscar's emotional state on the face cam. And one person asked me to ask, is Oscar a real human being or is he just a robot?
He could be an AI.
Yeah?
Like, he could be AI. However, I have seen him smile here a couple of times.
Yeah.
So
maybe he's just
AI is really good.
Maybe he's learning.
Maybe he's
just evolving.
He's adapting to his environment.
Yeah.
I think he's real.
Okay, confirm Oscar is a real human being. You'd be glad to know that everyone else has said Oscar is a real human being as well, which is promising.
Did anyone else call him AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the final question would be, because obviously, you know, when you get a major somewhere, like in the UK, you get people coming from all over the world. If you had to recommend one piece of food, UK culture food,
there's not many good ones.
For an individual, it doesn't have to be good.
I mean,
to try.
A staple, like, I mean, I feel like there's like a Mount Rushmore of British food.
Yeah.
You need to go to. There's like Greg's. You need to try Greg's sausage roll. Like, just try Nando's. It's overrated, guys, but...
I'll go for Pepe's. Do you have a Pepe's near you?
No.
It's like cheap Nando's.
Cheap Nando's.
It's banging. You get a chicken tasco, it's like this little cheesy pita bread with jalapenos in it and chicken.
Oh, that's so good, me actually.
Yeah. So you're saying Nando's,
Greg's,
fish and chips,
like a good like haddock and chips or cod and chips.
What about a cup of bovril?
Oh. No, that's only meant for like the 9 a.m. like cold, wet, windy night, like when you're playing like football and like the under.
There's like a cup of Marmite, like beef Marmite. Yeah. I actually quite like it.
I mean, I did try Marmite as well.
Yeah, Marmite.
Just get a spoon completely full to the brim.
Yeah, maybe we can get you to do that at Major. Just walk around, sticking
Yeah, no, I
spoons in
definitely
his
won't
mouth.
catch a case if I'm shoving spoons in people's mouth.
Yeah, we won't be doing that one then.
Let's not do
take
that.
that one out and calm down.
Cut that, cut that.
But I think that brings us to an end. Thank you very much, brother. Give me a hug. Pleasure as always. And fucking win the Manchester Major, eh?
Try to, yeah.
There we go. Bosh.